It's a great day to talk hockey with Grant McCagg on HabsCast.
Geez, Dick, do you think?
There you go.
Ooh, suds on the computer screen and everything.
Living your best life.
Well, Washington. Did we expect that?
That well? No. No, I did not expect them to
technical.
play that well.
No. That was crazy good. I'm just a second here. We seem to be running into some technical difficulties. I'm going to bunt down the definition a bit here. There, won't quite see as clearly. Oh, geez, here we keep having a couple of. Anyway, all right, we'll just trudge on through here. Cheers. Are you having a beer?
Am I having a beer? Of course I'm having a beer.
Yeah, well, usually it's like rum, isn't it?
Well, it's not even 8 o'clock here yet, so we'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait for the rum.
So you're behaving. Gotcha.
No point.
Well, hey, what do you think of Slaf and Monty tonight? Those that to me were the two big stories. Monte getting back on track.
Yeah.
I said, hey, if he makes the first 5 saves, Habs win. Well, he made the first 26 saves, 27 saves.
Yeah. And the one that he did make was definitely not his fault.
You think? What the hell was Dobson doing? I'll go over in the corner here.
Dobson, and then there was no one there.
Yeah, I know, but he's a defenseman, right?
True. Yeah.
And Matheson was already over there. The
most impressive part of that goal was that Stone didn't break anything when he fell down.
Yeah. PK, we needed PK to be there to slash his hand, eh? But yeah. Microfracture him. But Slaf, just I'm glad he got that goal because man,
he earned that goal.
If you say like somebody deserved a 2-point night tonight, it was Slaf. What a frigging game! That line, 62 years old, and they're tasked going into Vegas and basically asked to shut down the Eichel line, and they did.
Yep.
Didn't get a goal. Two amazing defensive plays by Kapanen in the first period there. Breakaway and another shot in the slot. He could have had a couple of goals too. I thought Cappy was excellent. That whole line, Demidov really is competitive on the back check. Eh? You notice like
he wants that puck back.
He does. He's really persistent. That's going to be a really good defensive line. Well, they already are. They shut down. They're asked to shut down one of the best centers in the entire league, one of the best players, and they did. And Slaf. I like Slaf being on at the end of the game, protecting the lead now. We're going to see him on the penalty kill real soon, I think. How can you not? His stats are top 3 defensively. And since those stats came out, he's been lights out defensively. On top of it, he might be top 2 now. He should be on the PK. He really should.
He definitely could. He does well blocking shots too. He's such a big body, gets in the way. I think he's leading the team in shot blocks.
Last year too, he was among forwards, he was one of the best shot blockers in among all NHL forwards. He's really good at it. And he outmuscles guys along the boards quite a bit too, right? He's getting better and better at winning puck battles. And just lights out game from Slaf tonight. And Monty, that's the best he's looked all year.
Honestly, when I looked at the schedule going into this week. I thought, well, the Canadiens could possibly come out with 4 points if they have, some puck luck,
Yeah,
which they got in the first game there against Utah. But this game here, there was no luck. They absolutely outworked and out hustled Vegas. All
yeah,
this talk of Vegas being the bigger team, the stronger team. Well, Montreal dominated them.
they did. Uh,
Like,
bounce
yeah,
back.
they got a ton of shots, but the shots they got,
Mm,
they didn't give up a ton of high danger chances.
no, no. For the most part, the D was pretty solid tonight. I think Carrier had a nice bounce back game after
He did.
probably his worst game of the year the other night. Uh, Arbor in the first, I thought he was kind of struggling a little bit, but he looked better as the game went along. Um, Matheson had a few. He had a few he made a few poor passes tonight, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Signed a contract and downhill from here. No, but yeah, he made such a great play on that pivotal goal, right? That he got the puck up to. Well, he checked the guy, got the puck up to Texier.
Yeah,
Alexandre Texier gets a point in his first game as a Hab. Congratulations to I don't know if he's Parisian, probably the France native. Anyway, picking up a point in his first game with the Habs, replaced Brandon Davidson. Not a surprise after Davidson only
no.
played 5 minutes the game before. Didn't see a lot from Florian tonight, really. A little quiet. You might see Davidson come in for Florian next game. I wouldn't be surprised if that, you know,
Possibly.
like I think Davidson's a little faster than not that he's a speedster, but he's a little faster than Jackeye at this point. Jackeye's pace is he's a little behind yet still. I think he's 1 year away, I think, from being full-time regular NHLer. One more good off season, but he does, he does hit. But tonight I didn't find that he accomplished a whole lot tonight. Um, uh, but he's a big body. I don't know. I Davidson's played a lot better than him this year, and I'd like to see Davidson get a good look, one more good look before they inevitably send him back down, because that's what it's looking like. But what did you think of Texier's game overall tonight?
I thought he played well. He brought a little bit of speed. He wasn't afraid to take a hit. Like, he's not one to initiate physical contact or
Mm,
anything, but he battled along the boards. And when the puck did come loose, he was jumping on them. He had a pretty good reach. That's how he got that pass up to Evans to get him his 75,000th breakaway that he finally scored on. And so overall, even if you don't count the points, I thought he played a very respectable game, and he brings an element to that bottom six that we expected: a little bit of speed and experience.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was okay. Um, I mean, they were lauding his pass and that, but it kind of bounced off Theodore's leg and went to Evans. But how many golden opportunities did they have to get that third, eh? And
Oh,
they weren't getting it. And I right until when they got the third goal, I finally felt okay.
yeah,
That was so needed, and I think that they're going to win now. But before that, like when all of the golden opportunities, this post, the breakaways, I thought, this could come back to bite them. I've seen Vegas. Vegas can just, like that turn. They get one goal, the crowd gets into it, and I've seen it before with them. Montreal's held leads in Vegas, and once they got that friggin' goal, look out, right? But that was huge. Evans putting that one in. Um, Caulfield, geez, he had some dandy chances tonight.
oh man, he was firing them off the posts. I think I think they're just going to have to throw the nets out because they're all dented to shit off of his shots.
Yeah. Is he
He could have
second
easily
in
have had
goals
4
right
goals.
now? He's
He
second
is,
in, and he probably should have been tied for first by the end of the game.
yeah.
Tyler, hey, glad you're on board, buddy, because I love these teal messages. Means somebody gave me money. Money, money, money. Thank you very much. Habs win. Take a long chug of beer, Grant. Okay.
Chug, 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 chug. Feel like I'm back
Oh,
at a frat house.
that's half the pint right there. What a game the team played. All solid all around. Hallelujah, Tyler. Right on, buddy. Hey, everybody. How you doing? We're happy. Happy as a clam. Happy
And
as a
that's the best
Halifax.
part of this game. That's the best
Happy as
part
a
of this game, that everybody was in the game. Everybody was playing. There were no real passengers. Everybody was a contributor.
right. No, I like you go to. Well, let's have a look here, Mr. Blain Potvin. Is it Blain or Blain?
We'll go with Blain because it's easier for everyone.
Yeah. When you were
Yes,
growing up,
Blain.
which Blain?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Come
I always
like
call you
like
Blain.
Blainville.
I got thinking, you keep telling me that you're French, and you say that's probably pronounced Blain, like man, pain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blainville.
Blain, Blainville. Okay. Yeah, you have a friggin' village named after you. That's pretty cool, huh?
Right? I'm not famous.
Right on. Okay, let's have a look at the stats here. Enough of this chitter chatter. Mike Matheson. Oh, third in minutes tonight. Cut him back. Dobson and Hudson led
Hudson
the
leading
way.
the way.
And Lehner with 25-13. That's pretty cool. I sent a message to his dad there today. He loves Mike Matheson, by the way, and he just said, great player and even better human being. Not enough importance is put into just the character of Mike Matheson, the leadership. They love him, like and Rob Hudson has told me numerous times just how great a guy this guy is, and that everybody loves him. I was so glad that they re-signed him. And hey, I haven't asked you about that. I mean, $6 million a year for a 25-minute a night defenseman. In his prime,
Good
for a defenseman, he's in his prime. I put up a stat there earlier, Blain, just showing, all of these defensemen like Lidstrom, Bork, Robinson, all, mid-30s, still at the top of their game, right? And Matheson with that skating, I don't see him slowing down anytime over the next 5 years. I think he'll be solid.
Well, by the 5th year, I think we're going to see a decline. But a
know.
guy like that skates
Maybe.
like him, the decline's not going to be steep, and it's not going to be
Yeah,
precipitous.
well, maybe. The guy has only gotten better the last 4 years that he's played. We've seen a progression in his game since like when he was with Pittsburgh, Montreal. He's still getting better as a defenseman. Nick Lidstrom won his first Norris Trophy at the age of 30. Just to give you a perspective, that a lot of NHL defensemen don't truly figure it out, because experience is so important at the NHL level when you're a defenseman. And Matheson, with his skating, I don't know if he'll be slowing down in 5 years. Maybe he'll be about the same as he is now. If he, like you say, if he does slow down some, it's going to be minimal. And I mean, then he's got like 5 teams on his no move. The last 2 years aren't no move clause. They're, by the 5th year, it's 5 teams that you can't trade him to. One of them presumably being Toronto, right?
No, but I mean, he's 31. Yeah, he is going to begin his downward slopes here real soon. But let's say
I don't
he
know.
remains in the top pair for 2 more years.
Yeah.
Then he drops to a second pair. Do you see him dropping to a third pair by the end of his contract? I don't think so.
Even if he is third pair on a what I think will be a contender, and the reason
Yeah,
he would drop to the third would be because the Habs
you
are
got
really
supplanted.
really good. 6.5 million by then, Blain, won't be much over the average salary in the NHL, and fifth
No,
defenseman in the NHL, 1 million over the salary cap on a contender. I don't have an issue with that at all. So,
I
you
think
know,
this points more to the team culture. You're looking at players who are all taking less than what you'd expect for
yeah,
market value.
I know.
That says a
Well,
lot about what these guys, they're all
well,
bought in.
well, like Rob said, and I mean, I said it earlier tonight with Eric when we did a pregame. I expected 8, maybe 9,
Yeah.
like at the very least 7. I thought, oh well, maybe he'll go for a hometown discount of 7, 6, 6
Six.
million.
Way better hometown discount.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show how the man he is again, too, right? Where you know what he wants to do more than anything? Not make
Win
8
at home.
million friggin' dollars a year. It's win a Stanley Cup in Montreal, you know, and that just shows right there
Yep.
the selflessness of him. And hey, what a group, what a great group of
And for anyone who's thinking that they're out just for the money,
thanks, Mark.
even though if they think they're just out for money, uh, a player taking less on a contract, if you think long term, this guy gave up some money to help a team at home in Montreal. The fans there are going to remember that. He's going to be able to get all kinds of lucrative deals, contracts. He's going to be working well past his retirement from the NHL. So this
Oh,
it just proves that he is a guy that Argada chez nous. He wants to win at home, and that's going to pay off financially as well, even if he doesn't.
yeah, no, for sure. Um, Mark, let's see how much we can get Grant to drink. Guys, send me money and I'll drink. By the end of this, I'll be drunk, and some of the I'll be telling some tales out of school by then. I'll tell you. So bring her in. Come
Send
on, send me the
I'll
money.
send you some rum.
Show me the money, and I'll pint her. Mm. Good thing it's only 5%. Woo. Um, here's a good Glenn. I'll say it on here. Another podcast. Yeah, there was much emphasis on analytics regarding the first line being split up. I disagree that it takes a step back to take a step forward. Um, well, yeah, I saw a headline about it. Dumo and Brian
Yeah,
Wild were on, and mentioning how the goal differential of the first line was top 3 in the league, and that's fine. That's good, but you need you don't win with just one line. You have to have multiple lines going, and it's important to have the second line going. I also think it was important to get Bolduc going, and it's safe to say
yeah.
that that's happened. I'd also point to the fact that since they've made that change, now the Habs have won 3 straight, and before they made it, they lost 6 out of 8 or something like that. So I think that's more important winning games than having the best advanced stats on one line. What do you think, Blaine?
Well, I think both sides are correct. The top line
Right.
with Balduc is not as good as it is with Slafkovsky. I mean,
No,
that's undeniable. But having two
not bad.
lines producing is much better for the team
Wow.
than having one dominant line.
How many points does the top line have in the last since they like the 3 game? They're doing okay. Like,
I think,
could be worse.
yeah,
Three
yeah. I
three
think they're
points
all
for
doing
Bolduc. 3 points for Bolduc last night. A goal tonight. Like,
goal and an assist.
did he get 2 more? So 5 points.
Yeah.
I think Slaf in the last 10 dozen games didn't have 5 points on the line. So as well as he was playing and as well as the line is playing, they're winning. And I really like Slaf, Demidov, Kapanen as a line that could be together for freaking who knows how long. Like they're all 22, 21, and 19. I mean, and they went out and they shut down the Eichel line. 62 years of combined, and they shut down the Eichel line. And that's not talking about their offense the potential. So, Suzuki and Suzuki and Caulfield are a duo, and it doesn't matter who's with them. They're gonna get their points, and they're gonna play well. Oh, I like seeing the yellow. Who gave me the yellow? Tyler. Oh, drink that up, buddy. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to take over here for a little bit, and I'll have to go get another pint.
Jeez. Well, I'm gonna get back to the Slaf thing. Seeing him step his game up, playing on that line with Demidov, I wanted to see what he could do, what he could do away from that top line, and we're seeing it. His game is evolving. I mean, he's still only 22, but he's showing that he can do more.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the big bonus out of splitting up that top line, is seeing him being able to be a play driver on his own.
Right. Well, we were talking about that earlier today, and he doesn't defer he's playing. He's the old guy. He's the vet. Yep. He's in his 4th year. The other two guys have barely played 4 games combined, let alone 4th year. So he goes from being with Caulfield and Suzuki and thinking, must pass puck. I can't be handling puck. That's their job. Well, with these guys, they need me bringing it in, and okay, people, come on now, chug, chug, chug. This is going to turn into a drunk frat. Oh no, you'd be surprised how much I can handle, lads. You can keep bringing in the cash. You see if you can get me drunk.
It's not even a normal Friday afternoon. This is nothing. See me at work.
Yeah.
They've written stories about me at work. Let's put it that way.
Oh, back in my heyday, 24, I could have a 24 and still, still function. So
this was last year.
It's been a few years since I drank a 2-4, but I could always see if I could still pull it off. I don't know. I think Tina wouldn't like that too much. Let's get back to the stats for a minute here. I don't even know if I have 24. I'd have to get into my keys that I haven't touched for a while.
Those who like it do like it a lot.
That's right. Unless I've got Canadian, then I don't like it quite as much. Okay. So who led in hits here? 5 hits for Joseph Veleno. Nobody else had more than 2. That's interesting stat, eh? I have not minded Veleno the last, I don't know, half dozen games or so. I think he picked up his complete level another, a bit more, and as much as I was criticizing him at the start of the year, because first 10 games, 0-0-0 across, blah, blah, blah. He's, uh, I think he's better at center than he is on the wing, and that helped. That he's been moved to center more so, and playing, asked to play uh, penalty killing role, and embraced it. And he's not hurting the team that much out there. I think he's playing okay.
So what was missed when he was signed is that he does play a physical style. I talked
Yeah,
about this on Habs Unfiltered before the season started, and said if he can play on a fourth line, play a cycle game, finish some checks, eat up some minutes, then he's gonna earn himself another contract somewhere. Not Montreal, but somewhere.
yeah. Well, uh, kudos to him. I think he had a
Yeah.
good off season. Um, Worked hard. Was in Montreal. Nicholas was seeing him every day and seeing that, hey, this kid's worked hard, got into better shape, looks a little faster than he did last year.
Yeah,
Um,
he does. Yeah.
uh,
He's
uh,
he's leaner.
yeah, I think he is. And I mean, the information gets back. I wouldn't doubt that Hughes saw him in some of those games, summer games that they were playing and stuff, and said, you know, sign him to a cheap contract for a year and see how he does. And he earned a spot in camp, and it's slowly but surely, I think he's found a role with the Canadiens. And like right now, I'd still slot him ahead of Texier on the depth chart because
Yes,
he can play center too, right?
exactly.
Texier hasn't for 3 or 4 years, and I don't think that's he's more physical, better all around defensively, and I think in the bottom six that's more important than what Texier will bring. So, Valeno has grown on me as the year went along and has gone along, and I think he's a good guy to have as your 13th guy, and then when there's injuries, you can slot him in, right?
Yeah, and having Texier there now, so you got two guys who can pop in and out of a lineup with a deeper roster that you can rely on that could play a regular NHL shift without hurting you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Texier is from Grenoble. Oh, same as Andre the Giant. There you go. So they're
Yeah,
two.
we could have used that size in Montreal.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Speaking of speaking of drinking two fours at a time.
Well, yeah, he Andre, that when he came to North America, for those of us old enough to remember, he came to Montreal and wrestled with Edouard Carpentier. They were a
Yeah,
tag team duo, and I loved the Giant. I saw him in Renfrew. He came to Renfrew, and I still remember him having to come into the arena and having to duck down just to get in through the front door. He came and wrestled in Renfrew, Ontario, and yeah, I would have got his autograph, but every kid in the building was lined up to get his autograph, and I settled for Haystacks Calhoun. I got his autograph instead. But yeah, the giant, the giant Jean Ferret is what he went by when he first when he was wrestling in Montreal, and he
mhm.
and he wrestled with Edouard Carpentier, and you know, the script would have Edouard would be getting in trouble and tag up with Andre, and in would come Andre and do his thing, and
Big Brother came and fixed it.
yeah, yeah. Although Andre would or Carpentier would always end it, jump off the top rope, hit somebody here in the nose, like stand on the top rope, hitting the rope, do a flip, and for whatever reason, just doing that to the guy and doing a flip off the top rope, the guy was done. He was pinned. He'd put him down on the ground, and it was game over. That for whatever reason, that just the other guy had to submit at that point. But yeah, the good old days of Maple Leaf Wrestling, or whatever it was called, Montreal Maple Leaf Wrestling. All right, See what happens when you get me to drink too fast, guys. I go off topic.
Tangents.
Yes, little tangential. Back to the score sheet here. Takeaways, nothing too crazy. Face-offs tonight. Cappy lost a few. He wasn't fantastic tonight. 33%. Blain 40. Evans 38. It's the only place where they Vegas beat them tonight was on the face-offs. But Suzuki, once again, 64%, 1 assist plus 3, 19 minutes.
Yep.
He's got to be on Team Canada, right? Don't you think?
He should be. I mean, if you're a Canadiens fan, you want to see your favorite players on the team make the Olympics, but at the same time, you don't want to see them on those teams so that they can get a break and come back fully prepared for that stretch run. So it's kind of like it's a catch-22. You're happy to see them there, but then you're worried that they're going to be too tired. And if they don't go, you're happy they're going to be rested, but you're upset you didn't see them there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Billy Two Rivers and Johnny War Eagle. Sorry, Blain. This is probably a little before your time, but yes, the two native wrestlers there. Billy Two Rivers would the one would always be in trouble, and then finally he'd run between the legs of the other guy, tag up. The other one would come in and he'd do his war dance, and it was all over again. Yeah. Those were the days. Those were the days. Mark.
Oh, look at that.
The great work. Thank you. Blain is also a great host. Yeah, well, he's not hosting. He's that's probably why he's great.
Let Mark give me compliments too. Thank you, Mark. It's okay.
Thank you to him as well. Actually, Blain is a great host on the podcast that he mentioned earlier, Habs Unfiltered. He's supposed to have me on. I don't know when. I guess they're having technical difficulties or something. But one of these days, I'll be on Habs Unfiltered again. Can't remember what I said the last time. I must have said something about Treg's, biceps not being big enough or something. I don't know what exactly I said, but
that could be why you spent more time in the gym, adding more pump,
more bulk, go up.
But to go back to Suzuki, I mean, whenever he plays Vegas, he plays otherworldly. Like he's solid year round, but these games against Vegas, he's something else. Like he was
why would that be
87? Yeah, 87% on the expected goals for.
Oh,
it's an incredible number.
Yeah. I don't, get too crazy on expected goals in one game, but it is a good number. It means he had a good game, likely, right?
Yeah, but, and he definitely deserved more than that one assist.
Yes, he did. Well, he was plus 3, and so he was on the ice for at least 3 goals. Hey,
and he upset Mark Stone.
I'm not that drunk yet, eh?
All right, you had another green bubble. Bring that back.
Did I?
You did.
Well, Mark. Yeah, already. You just want to.
Well, no. There was one after that, but thank you, Mark.
You want to see that? No, that was the last one.
Oh, okay.
Come on, guys! Don't be slowing down there.
I thought for sure I saw another one.
Okay, no, not yet. Boogie Woogie, come on, Boogie Woogies, get me drunk. 24 block shots for the Habs. Wow. See, let's see here. BS. I call bullshit. It says bullshit right there. BS. Oh no, that's block shots. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Noah Dobson 6. Thank you very much. Not bad.
I hear he's bad defensively.
Yeah, that's a hot rumor, eh? Oh, he had the one little blip there, but we'll forgive him for that.
I mean, it happens. No one's perfect, but my
No,
God,
not even
the hate
Noah
he's been
Dobson.
getting, unreal.
You know whose name I haven't heard a lot lately is Heineman. Did he finally start slowing down and not scoring a goal every game, or what?
He didn't score the last game, but he's played well
Oh
all year
yeah.
long.
Oh
So
no. I just at one point he was getting a goal every freaking game, and I'm thinking, oh boy, there's always going to
he's
be
definitely
people.
slowed down.
There's always going to be Habs fans. Oh, you know
Yeah.
that they always like. Once the trade's made, just if the guy that you traded for is playing well and you're winning games, hey, have a beer. Happy Hab. Is Happy Hab here? No, not yet. Haven't seen Happy Hab. He was in earlier. It's funny. The first time Happy Hab came on here, he was sad. And Happy Hab. How can you be calling yourself Happy Hab if you're sad? Come on, Happy Hab.
Irony?
I thought so. But he had a shot of tequila. He lost to sadness, and he even sent me $10. I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. So
because of the tequila. We all do weird things because of tequila.
So everybody that's on here live chat, have a couple shots of tequila. Join me. Every time I have a drink, you take a drink of tequila. Is that a deal there? Oh, Zeph likes his booze. Zeph, are you drunk tonight there, buddy? 7:20. Nice game from Bolduc again. Yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist. So was it really that bad? Oh, Heineman scored a goal tonight, but the beauty was Palmieri's assist. There you go. Well, good. I'm glad to see Emil back on the score sheet. But hey, Canadiens are not going to regret that trade. I
love those win-win trades.
Yeah, it is, and like Aitchison's having a great year in the OHL, and 2-3 years from now he'll be helping the Islanders. I like the other kid, Eklund. He's a nice prospect too, but first pairing right defenseman, 25 minutes tonight. Shut down. He was solid. Dobson was really solid. He shuts. He doesn't know. It's not always flashy, I'll say, with Dobson, but 6'4" kid that can skate like that. He's pretty smart. He's a good defender. I think we can put to rest the. We haven't seen a lot of turnovers with the puck from him this year, have we?
No, not really. Not a lot.
No.
Way less than he did last year. But then again, I think this year the team he's playing with this year is a little bit better than the team he was playing with last year.
Yeah. Holy frig, a yellow. I like when the yellow comes up here. Aaron Thomas Media. I don't think he's even messaged before. See, so there's people just lurking back there with like big bucks in their pocket, just sitting there watching, enjoying, and wow, nice. Thanks, Aaron. Contribute a little more often there. I don't mean money wise. I mean with some posts. I really appreciate that. And Aaron says, appreciate all the shows. Enjoy a drink on me. Thank you, Aaron. Jeez. Are you going to have a drink there, Potvin, or what? I haven't seen you take a drink yet. Is that just there for a prop or what?
No, it's not.
Don't be shy.
Well,
are they going to fire you if you have a drink on a podcast or what?
God, no. They fire me? Are you kidding? They're begging for people. Actually, I'm hiring. If you guys want a job, I'm hiring.
Yeah, there you go. You get promoted if they see you drinking on.
I wouldn't say promoted. No.
Good sailor man. You just got a promotion, young man. Oh, how are you up the ladder now? Are you?
I'm pretty much done climbing
rear admiral or anything like that?
No.
Commodore?
I'm not going to be an officer.
No way.
No, I'm pretty much as high as you can go with without being an officer.
Okay, an officer.
Yeah.
So you're not okay. You're not going to be a commodore or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. The closest I can get to that is being a coxswain, and I'm not going to be that.
A Cox what?
Coxswain.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure I heard that correctly. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, good man. I don't want to. Tina's the same. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to be a big hog, and I don't blame her. As long as you're happy, Blain, it's all good.
Well,
Your
it's
eye,
not as pretty.
Slafkovsky, goal and an assist.
Yep.
Cole Caulfield, goal and an assist. Zach Bolduc, goal and an assist. Gotta love it. The Habs, go into friggin' Vegas and win. I thought going in, I was happy with 2 or 3 points on this road trip. Now I want 6.
4 so far. Yeah, yeah. If they can pull off another point, I mean, that would be an epic road trip for them on this.
Yeah.
Especially with the back-to-backs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Aaron, I used to host Habs Tonight with Dale.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool. Dale Weiss. Okay. That's really kind of you, Aaron. Yeah, the Habs Tonight show. That was
that show.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, and I should have recognized that name. Hey, I like that you think that this is by far the best one out there. I mean, I wouldn't say by far. I'd say slightly maybe better than Habs Unfiltered, but thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Blainer, how long you got?
Got a little bit more time.
Do you? All right. You want to get to a few comments? What else? Sure. What other takeaways you got from tonight's game?
Well, I think I pretty much covered them. I mean, everybody played their role, and they played it well. Slafkovsky was incredible. That second line looked pretty good. Hudson, again, another great game from him.
Yeah.
And honestly, that third pair with Jack-Eye, you'd expect him to get in some trouble, especially with Colasar out there trying to cause shit.
True.
But all that happened was that one penalty.
Right.
And other than that, he played a pretty solid defensive game. So everybody all around played well.
Yeah, for sure. And when that Arbor game got him in a headlock or whatever, and put him down. And no, that's true.
Nobody went near him after.
No, I know. And Colasar even just kind of, his helmet got all disheveled, and he didn't. He was seeing stars a little bit there, and I thought it was pretty cool. Arbor, I expected Arbor to be in for the Vegas game. That made sense. Who's in next game, Engstrom or Arbor?
I would say Engstrom. I said it before he was when he was first called up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick to that.
Yeah. I think that's probably right. Monty looked good for the first time this year. Well, he had that.
Might have been his best game.
I think it was his best game, but he did have that stretch in the one game where he made 30 straight saves, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Would be the other time that you would. Happy Hab is here. Okay. Grant, are you surprised it's last progression this soon? That contract's going to be a steal. Hey, Happy Hab's happy tonight. Good to see you there, Happy Hab. Did you already break out the tequila, my friend? Yeah. No, I'm not surprised by Slaf's progression. The first overall pick. I had him ranked first overall, so he's I thought quite highly of him. There we go. Chug. I think that's empty, my friend. No, I think Slaf's right on schedule. He's such a. I mean, he went into the Olympics at 17 years of age and was the MVP. So he's always had the. I know this is different than the Olympics, but he's always had the ability to, to be a dominant player in the NHL. By the, we say wait till he's 23, 24. Maybe wait till these playoffs. Might be this year. And I don't know that we got to wait much longer. I'm seeing signs that this guy can be a dominant player now. And I mean, it wouldn't be the first guy at 21 to, to have his breakthrough. Even big guys, there have been big guys in the past. He's got some special qualities there. So I don't know. What do you think, Blain?
I still think that by probably next season we're gonna see him much closer to what his peak, his top potential is. But there is a possibility. There is a world out there where he can show up in the playoffs, and we'll see what he does, because he's built for that kind of game, that playoff style. Like, you just watched what he did tonight. He's taking face-offs. He's he's knocking people over. He's fighting along the boards. He's going to the net. Ideal playoff type player.
And against a playoff type team too, right?
Yeah, a big team, heavy team.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's still inconsistent, and that's the biggest thing, is to find your consistency. I had a great chat with Ryan Poehling after his first season with the Habs, and just, how they told him consistency is just the key. When you're a young player, play consistent, and good things will come. Excuse me. And Slaf has not been consistent, fair to say, throughout his career.
Yeah.
I mean, he was known as second half Slaf before this year, right? And what's encouraging is that this has been his best first half by far so far. Yeah. And hey, if second half Slaf is twice as good as he is now, he could have a hell of a last 40 games in playoff. I'm looking forward to it. This might be his breakout year. It might be next year. It might be 2 years from now. But I have a feeling, I'm starting to think that it's not going to be at 23 or 24. It's going to be, if not this year, next year, that we see.
It's more than just points.
We see the full Slaf.
He may never get 80 points in a year, but you look at how he impacts a game without scoring a point. All those shifts where he didn't get a goal, or he didn't get the assist, or what. Every shift he was out there, he impacted the game in a positive manner.
Like, I think he's soon enough, he's going to be a force on the penalty kill. I really think he's going to be a hell of a penalty killer. I get that, I understand why Marty's taking his time with him. I mean, Marty still probably has nightmare visions of all of those turnovers that Slaf would have in the defensive zone. You get the puck along the boards and pass it out to the middle, but we haven't seen that very much this year, have we? He's not doing that anymore. So you take the mic for a sec. I got to blow my nose.
No, and you look at his playmaking abilities. That pass to Zick to open the scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming. It's coming. I don't think it's quite there yet, but the progression is evident. It's visible. You can see it from 1 week to the next.
Yeah. Well, we've seen a lot of really nice passes from him this year. He zips that pass off really quick. Okay? He's got a really really zips it off his stick sometimes. It doesn't always work, but one of the quickest passers in the league. Like he gets the puck sometimes, and it's like it's a hot potato, and just zip, right. But he puts lots of juice on it and gets it through. He's got a really I think he's an underrated playmaker, and with a little luck this year, Nick. I don't know if Nick had a shoulder or something was bothering him where his shot wasn't quite 100%. I think it might have been something upper body, but it looks like he's getting back his shot back. But Slaf set him up quite a few times, really, and Caulfield as well, and they just didn't bury it. But I think Slaf's defensive game has come a long way. He's not making those turnovers just inside the zone that he was doing before. He's learning the positioning in the defensive zone, like it's been, and it's like any young player. It takes time, a lot of video study, a lot of mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. Slaf is a willing student, and it's one of the reasons why they picked him over Shane Wright. And they did a lot of work on the personality, the character, and thought that, okay, this guy wants to win, he wants to learn. Slaf's a pretty likable guy, right? He comes across pretty well in interviews and stuff. This whole group, there's not one arsehole in the whole bunch, I don't think, really. They're all, none of them aren't likable, as far as I can see.
Yeah. They're young, they're playful. They're you can tell they have a little bit of a personality that is just peeking out from the highly polished PR that hockey players have. But what you do notice with everybody they've drafted the last few years is they all have a couple of traits in common. They all have, they all don't mind being their own selves. They're comfortable with who they are as people. They're coachable, and they relish that challenge of playing in a pressure atmosphere. So all kinds of people were poo-pooing the thought that character mattered. Well, character and personality matters.
Yeah, and especially when you got skill on top of that, that makes it quite a combo.
Yeah,
like Lane Hudson, character kid, all sorts of character.
Yeah,
but put the skill in there too. Demidov, same deal. Suzuki, same. This group,
Yeah. And Hudson has a personality. Let me tell you that. I've spent some time with him in Boston when he was still in college, and what a great kid.
He is, yeah. Well, I've gotten to know him and texted with him and back and forth quite a bit. Had him on my podcast when I was doing one with Shane, and super kid. Yeah. Denise, I think we might actually have a girl. In once in a while we do.
Good.
Thank you.
For them.
Yeah. Slaf pushes opposing players off the puck like they're paper. Yeah. He's just getting better and better at that, isn't he? Getting to the like tonight, there were a few times just get out of my way, just kind of push the guy away. My puck, and the way.
Wait until he has his man strength.
I know. Yeah, no, he's a beast, and getting more and more comfortable. Looks like carrying the puck. Yeah. I saw it in his draft year, like at the Olympics and stuff. He his puck control. He's a good skater too, and that was a knock on him. Like, oh, he's not that. At 18 years of age, 6'4", 230 pounds in the NHL, he wasn't a great skater, but he wasn't done improving, right?
No.
And we see it now. Powerful stride, very good skater. Um, he's got good hands. Now his shot he's got a very good shot, but he's learning, and this is one of the hardest things to learn at the NHL level is how to get the shots on net, quick release, get your stick in the right position, uh, shoot at the right time. All of those things take time because the NHL is just so good. The checking is so good, and the sticks, 6'4" defenseman with the long reach and everything. It takes time. It takes time to learn where to be on the ice, when to shoot, how to shoot, all those things. And I think Slaf, as time goes along here, we'll see more and more of that shot. You see it in practice, right? You see the when he's shooting in practice, he's got a wicked shot, and but then get on the ice and it's a whole different story when you got defenders in front of you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Blainer. Thanks for coming out.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, and spending an hour with me there.
How dare you force me to drink more beer?
Yeah. Oh, you got another beer. Well, do you want to stay on for a bit, or?
I got another 15 minutes.
All right.
I don't have to go play hockey until 10.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you talk for a while, and I'll go get another beer. Can you? Is that a deal?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do hand puppet theater.
Bye, people. See you in a bit.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Grant McCagg. For those of you who are still sending him money, to keep it up. I want to see what happens. I want to see what he does once he has his third beer. I'm sure it's going to be entertaining. I mean, I've seen it. It was entertaining, but now it's not Labatt 50. But as I try to entertain you guys as the dancing monkey behind the curtain at Wizard of Oz type show, the Slafkovsky criticisms, I'm glad are seeing are less and less. The kid, oh my God, he is going to be an important piece for this team. Once they finally have the team finalized, there's a couple pieces missing. He's going to be the key piece in the playoffs, I think. Suzuki, Caulfield, those guys are amazing. But come playoff time, you need those big, heavy bodies crashing and banging and wearing down your opponents. Like we saw it in 2021 with Anderson. That's the kind of impact that someone like Slafkovsky could have.
Blah 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 blah.
That's
okay,
right.
I'm back. Oh, Blain knows why. You got us $5. Okay, I'm going away for another 5. Thanks, Blain.
I might have mentioned about that time at McLean's pub. After you had your third beer, what would happen?
Yeah. I was sitting with you guys and always said, yeah, well, we're leaving. And then, oh, okay. And I'm sitting there drinking and, I go for a wander through the bar later and go over to the back. And there's Blain. Never left at all. Lied to me. Just wanted to just was sick of me, I guess. Totally. And sitting there with guys from TSN 690.
Oh yeah, no, they stopped me they bought me a shot.
Yeah. Campbell.
Why would I leave?
Campbell and Still, Johnny Still.
Yeah.
Eh? Yeah. But you were leaving.
What, they bought me a shot. I'm not going to say no.
Oh, so you didn't just lie to me just to get okay? Because I thought,
no.
that was sneaky.
I thought for sure I was going to be able to go back and get you to buy me another beer.
Yeah, no, that was a fun night. That, by the way, was at the NHL draft. The night that
back when we had them in person.
Yes, the night that I was king of Montreal there, because they picked Slaf first overall, as I told everybody was going to happen. That Slaf should be first overall, not Shane Wright. And was his dad in it really? He was in the bar the night before.
Who's that?
Shane Wright's dad on Thursday.
Yes.
And said that and told you guys that he was getting picked first overall.
Yeah.
He had a few that night, eh?
Possibly. It's hard to remember because I had more than a few.
Yeah. But he
was at the same table and he was partaking of the same beverages, so he definitely had a few.
Okay, but he thought that the Habs
he thought for sure. Yeah, he thought for sure.
And I mean, so did Shane, right? We saw the glare and the almost crying in the seat till he lost until 4. And if Seattle didn't take him, like I've heard from multiple teams that were picking in the top 10, that he may not have gone in the top 10 if Seattle didn't take him, which would have really,
imagine the stare then.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't even have stared, I don't think, because at that point he said, okay, well, who do I stare at? Stare at every 10 tables, But
a lot of tables will walk past at that point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so a little interesting draft story to see when you send money and you get us a couple into us, the stuff that'll come out.
Yeah, there's a few others, but we're going to save those for later.
That's right. Yeah, you're going to have to send $50 to get those out of us.
I'll tell you about Nashville if you send 50.
Yeah. Grant, are you surprised? It's already had that one. That's Happy Hab. Habs looked down and out a week ago. Grant, looks like you were right to stay patient. I'm always right. Come on now. Does this surprise you? At this point, does it surprise you? Yeah. Okay.
Is the camera does it pan out wide enough?
Got the big head.
Get the whole head in there.
Yeah. No. Hey, teams go. A lot of teams are going through ups and downs, valleys and peaks this year. It's they weren't gonna run the table. Nobody in the East is. There's too much parity, and especially with the goaltending being as poor as it was, you had to think that they would play better. Like they couldn't play worse, I don't think so, than they were a couple of weeks ago. Dobie looks like he's got things sort of straightened out. It remains to be seen. He's unpredictable. And so is Monty this year. But last year we got to remember, in the first 30 games or so, Monty wasn't great either, right? And he Primo wasn't good, Monty wasn't good. It was kind of similar to what we were seeing a couple of weeks ago.
Except there were some wins in there.
Right, but Monty, I really hope this turns things around for him, because I don't. Ideally, you give Fowler a full year in Laval and let him keep developing. These two guys are in the net. Maybe at the end of the year, if Fowler's just lights out, you bring him in and he pulls a Ken Dryden and takes him to glory in the playoffs. But
if only.
Yeah, Steve Penny, the next Steve Penny. Okay, I'll tone it down a little bit, but yeah.
God,
What do you got to say
just
about that?
I loved Steve Penny.
Yeah.
Loved watching him when I was a kid.
Oh my goodness, that one playoff year, eh? He was,
Yeah, 84, I think it was.
yeah, he came out of nowhere, and then was it the Islanders? They were up 2-0. They won the first two games
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
won the first two games in New York, and then they
was the
came
Islanders?
back. Islanders came back and won 4 straight. Was
Yeah,
that year?
yeah, I think it was because the Islanders went to the final that year too.
Right, right. And that was the Oilers' first cup win.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. The Habs. What was it that Gainey got ran by Trottier and nobody did anything about it, and it kind of turned the series around. I was talking to Larry Robinson about it. That, yeah.
Well, definitely got them to change the direction of the team in the construction of the team. That brought on that whole crowd, youth crowd by '86. If it wasn't for
True.
something like that, they wouldn't have opened the door to those guys.
That's a good point. Yeah. Blain, did you get any of the curling trials? It was an exciting week at the Scotia Centre.
Sadly, no, I did not. I wanted to go, but most of the curling trials were done during the times that I was working, and the king demands his pound of flesh on a daily basis from me. So unfortunately, I couldn't get out of doing my day job.
Okay. Viopause, that's a new name. Slaf is a boss last 5. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. He's looking good on that line.
Yep.
Late season Slaf is early this year. Oh, it's nice to see people. I like the live chat a lot more after a 3-game winning streak than a 3-game losing streak, because then everything's Marty's an idiot and da 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 and do 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 do. So I much prefer the tone after a 3-game win streak. George Russell Jr. Very encouraging from Slaf and Bolduc. A couple power wingers like that is something we have needed for a while. True enough. Hopefully these 2 kids keep it up. Hallelujah. Thanks, George. I'm glad you started to show up and contribute. Jay Levine, Slaf was manhandling guys tonight. Nice to see him get a couple of points. Yes, especially since both Tina and I have him in the pool. So a little added extra bonus there. She's saying, that's about time. It's about time. Yeah. This is early on. I'll get home from work in time to watch the third. Gonna watch first and second periods now. All right, Bert, man. Well, we won't spoil it for you. The Habs, not gonna tell you whether the Habs won or not.
Yeah.
On another podcast. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Back again.
Suzuki's healthy again. Paul Carter. He was not himself after taking the puck in the ankle. Ah, okay. Well, that shouldn't have been affecting his shot then, but
footing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Slaf was 3 years and Bullock is 5 games. Let's see in a month and revisit. We might have something closer in terms of production between Slaf and Bolduc on the first line. Could be. Yeah, no.
Production for Bolduc is starting to show up, so that's a bonus.
Right. No, and it looks like Slaf and Demidov and Kapanen are, they have some chemistry there. I like their defensive game tonight, especially against the Eichel line. Like to hold them off the score sheet like that and have the better chances, like Rick Kapanen with 2 breakaways and Slaf with some chances. It was is encouraging. I like the potential of that line defensively as well as offensively. There's no need to poop your pants with a young talented team. There are high times and low times building a young team.
True.
Good.
And keep in mind, to stay on that point, this is the youngest team in the NHL.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll take a drink of my real beer to that.
Oh.
Ah,
That's why I stick to telling everyone to just take a sip of puck off.
puck off. Yeah. Well, you know what there, Emil? You can puck off. I'll drink what I want to drink.
Puck off, as
Yeah.
in the beer.
Right. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know
Who,
that's
by the way, sponsor my beer league team. Great guy,
oh,
great group of people over at Boxing Rock.
yeah. Well, you should ask them if they'll sponsor our podcasts.
I tried.
Michel, I'm sure you did. Michel LeBlanc. I think he was struggling to find his role in the team and constantly moving on power play and trios. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing for. I don't think he'd mind being like on the first line for a month. Blain, is there any single player you think the Habs will acquire in the near future to help bolster the roster, or do you think they will hold firm?
I know
Ryan
they're looking.
O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly. Excuse me.
I mean, he would help for sure, and of course, the price dictates whether or not they'll do it. They have everything in place right now where they can afford to be extremely patient and pick and choose who exactly they want. To me, it's almost as if they're like vultures. They're circling. They're waiting for the prey to just arrive, and then they'll pounce. They probably have a list of names, and they'll go after one that once they're finally available. But I don't think they're pushing it. I don't think they really feel like they have to get anybody this year. So I wouldn't be surprised to make them see them make a big move, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them do nothing either.
Yeah. Frankie Bedard, I was surprised that St. Louis played Texier until quite late in the third. A bit risky considering we don't know a lot about the guy. Well, yeah.
He was playing well, so why not?
Well, and he's he's more of a vet than Jackeye or but yeah, a little surprised, I guess, considering he practiced with the team a couple of times and first game and all, but he's got I mean, in terms of NHL experience, there's probably 8 guys that don't have more, so
Yeah,
somebody's got to be out there. Mr. Paul had to listen to the game on the radio tonight. He was telling me he's at a cottage in Dwight, Ontario at Algonquin Park, and they didn't have TSN 2, so he listened to the game on the radio, old time. But Montembeault beat Vegas last year in Vegas with a big game. Later in trip, Dovas beat the Avs in the shootout. That's right. Yeah, they were talking about that Monty had a big game last year in Vegas too. That's 2 years in a row. Beat Vegas. That's pretty cool. Well, listen, gonna let you go.
Yep.
Taking it must be, geez, it's almost 9 o'clock. And
it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to be off here for hockey in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh, wow. So you stayed right
I'll just have to finish my beer on the bench.
Yeah, I guess so. Beer league, ladies and gentlemen.
The league where everybody ends up, no matter
Literally.
how good or bad you are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Especially at your age.
At 50? Yeah.
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 All right, Blain. Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm gonna see if I can outdrink people in the live chat here for a few minutes and until I lose my voice, and call it a night. Hey, appreciate you coming on as always, and we'll see you soon. When are you heading out to
Absolutely.
see again?
I have no idea.
No. Okay, I thought something in November was going to be happening. No, obviously not.
Things change. I have
Okay,
no clue when I'm going now.
you're not heading up to break ice in the Arctic Circle or anything like that? Okay.
Still
Good.
no idea.
So we're going to have you back on then. Good.
Unless I leave.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, good bet it'll be on this podcast before it's on Habs Unfiltered. I hope.
We'll see.
Okay. Waiting for the
All
phone
right.
call.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's coming. It's coming. I swear. I swear.
All right.
Thanks
Good.
for having me, and to everyone watching, thanks a lot. And we'll see. I hope to see everybody real soon.
How many games are going to win in a row here? 3.
For sure, 3.
Yeah. Next one, it's asking a lot. Go into Colorado and back to back.
Get the 4th? Yeah.
But stranger things have happened.
True. All right, I'm gonna take off here now.
Yep.
Thanks everybody. Thanks Grant, and I'll send you a text here soon.
Okay, good. Tell me how many goals you scored tonight. How many posts you hit?
0.
Okay. Bye for now. Thanks.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Ciao. Blain, Potvin, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to keep calling him Blain because I can. Mr. James, the Giant. Maybe he did the small town circuit. Yeah. Well, he did Renfrew, town of 8,000. Seen him once when young at a small town rink. Yeah. Well, that's where I saw him. Let's see if we can get to a few more. My son is in hysterics at your BS block shots comment. Well, good. Glad I can make people laugh every now and then. I try. You gotta try, right? Mark's happy with the Bolduc trade. Yeah, as Blain said. Oh, it was to the neck. Okay, well, sometimes he did it to the top of the head. Remember, he'd get up on the top ropes, and then they'd be the 2 fingers, and the cravette. Okay, so but he'd do that, and then he'd flip off the top ropes and give him a drop kick, and the guy was done every time. You knew it was the ending every time. As soon as Edouard Carpentier got on the top ropes and the 2-finger chop, it was over. Monty with a .967 save percentage. Is that for the year? Yeah, I wish. Again, took a puck in the face. A player took a puck in the face. I wonder if one day the league will enforce full face protection. Maybe. Uh-oh. Glad I quit drinking a few years ago. Okay. I quit drinking a few years ago too. I quit. I quit for a few years. Hi, Grant. Thoughts on Texier tonight? Yeah. He was there. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything spectacular, I didn't think. Grant, I have alcohol-free drinks tonight. Doctor's orders. Well, last time there. Oh, Drum Dude. Got some nice indica. Okay. Well, that works too. Put you to sleep soon enough, but it's early. Enjoy your indica there, Drum Dude. Debonair. What? Debonair Lestain. Okay. Can you tell us your favorite A and B tier acquisitions we could make to improve the team? Oh, yeah. Ryan O'Reilly and Toropchenko for the fourth line. The torpedo. All right. Donnie McCaskill. That's a fairly new name. Maybe Slaf has taken some pride in driving being a big body catalyst with two rookies. Yeah, that's kind of along my lines of thinking there, Don. That's a good point. Look at Patrice Bergeron, was making 50, 60 points, but how effective that guy was both sides of the ice. Well, I do see some Bergeron in Kapanen. I really do. And I mean, Bergeron was a first line center and a really good one. Not saying Cap's going to be a first line center because Suzuki is first line center, but you know, if you got Patrice Bergeron light in your second slot, that's not bad. Oh, we're up over 1,000 people, live viewers, 924 on X and 121 on Recruits HabsCast. Guys, if you're on X, hop on over and get into the live chat. Leave a message. Join us. Beating Colorado would be quite the message. Yeah, wouldn't it? That would be. Eric M. I wouldn't give up a grade A prospect for O'Reilly. Yeah, well, I would. Question for both Grant and Blain. Sorry, guys, we didn't get to, we're a little behind here. How much do you think Demi will sign for? Oh boy. Well, that's a day or two away, right? Just a sec here. I didn't even finish this beer off. Oh, I don't know. Why don't we wait till it's a little closer to? It'll depend on what he scores in his, you know, in his RFA year, right? I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 million, give or take, one way or the other. It'll probably be won't be an overpayment, I don't think. I mean, nobody's signing for an overpayment, so, and Demi doesn't come across as that type either, right? I think he'll be happy with you know, something in the 8 million, but it depends. I mean, if he scores 100 points next year, he'll get 10 million plus. Like, it'll depend. It'll depend on his production to a certain degree, right? Get back to me when it's closer to when it's time for him to sign. I don't, when is his contract up? After next year? Somebody will let me know here. Blain knows why. Don't keep secrets from me, guys. Thanks for the $5, Mark, by the way. Slaf criticisms will likely continue each time Cooley or Gauthier scores a goal. Oh, are there people with Gauthier now too? Oh, God. Nobody was picking Cutter Gauthier first overall. You know, you can look back in hindsight. Yeah, well, I mean, Gauthier was a second-line winger on the U.S. national team that year. I mean, I had him top 5, and he went really high, but no, frig. I don't know why people have to go back and, you know, worry about what other picks are doing, right? Worry about your own guy and cheer for your own guy. If you're a true Habs fan, a true hockey fan of your team, you root for the guy. You root for the guy that the Canadiens pick. Just like you root for Shea Weber when he gets traded for PK Subban, even if you loved PK Subban, right? All of the outrage over PK getting traded, like it was ridiculous. I'm never cheering for the Habs again because they traded PK. Well, all Shea Weber did was almost take you to a cup, on one foot and play his heart out, right? Same for Reinbacher and Mishkov. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why people always have to, I was a kid, and I even knew at the age of 10, like, yeah, okay, Mike Bossy, could have picked Mike Bossy, but he wasn't a great skater. He didn't check very hard. He was in a league that's, 70 goals really wasn't, there was tons of guys that scored 70 goals in the queue that never made the NHL. He gets to play with Trottier and Gillies. That didn't hurt either, but obviously he was the right pick at 10th overall that year. But you know what? The Canadiens picked Mark Napier. I had watched him play Toronto Toros for 2 years, 60 goals in his draft year in the WHA at 18 years of age. I was ecstatic that he was still available. And I never regretted Mark Napier played well. He got them Bobby Smith. Bobby Smith got them a cup. Yeah, Bossy would have been the better pick, but to obsess over, you can go back over the Sam Pollock years. He's noted as a genius, right? I did it just for fun, all of the picks that he made that he could have made, like the roster in the 70s. I made up lines, and it was like Sittler, Trottier, Bossy, Lafleur, Sittler, Schutt, like just ridiculous how good the Canadiens could have been if they made the right pick every year, but no team does. No team ever does. And, you also have to look at it like, well, when you don't make the right pick, then you're not that good the next year or two, and you end up getting really high picks that end up being stars that you wouldn't have had. It would have never drafted if you'd have drafted the right guy 2 years before that, right? So everything happens for a reason. You can't dwell on, especially 2-3 years after they're drafted, to be just, oh, why didn't we pick that guy? Like I remember HF boards, message boards, back in the day with when Perron came into the league, and he started scoring before Pacioretty, and then Pacioretty got sent to the minors, and it was just, oh, this guy's going to be a bust. Why did we not take Perron instead of Max Pacioretty? Well, saw what happened after that. Pacioretty came back, became captain, had the closest guy to a 40-goal season on the Habs in, many years, and had a solid career, right? So did Perron, but Pacioretty was every bit, I'd say probably even better. If you look back on it and you wanted to take one or the other today, you'd take Pacioretty. So people just have to be patient and not be judging drafts a few years after. Wait till their careers have been going on for a while. Youth, Scrudlin, McPhee, Lemieux in 93? 86, I think. Yeah. Dovish tomorrow, and after that, the next 4 games are back to back. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think that's how it'll go. Well, here's a new name, Aaron Amadeus. Always shocked at how old Slaf is. Yeah, you got to keep that in mind, right? He's not even in his prime. Come on. What about McDavid? I mean, I saw it briefly there, but like the Habs window isn't starting when McDavid's contract's up. It's starting now. So, no, McDavid's not going anywhere. He'll retire Edmonton Oiler. I do believe, Aaron. Appreciate the question, but I really don't see McDavid being on the Habs. Be great, but second and third, 2026. Yeah. How about the 2 second rounders? They got 2 twos. They want a first, so you give them 2 second rounders. An Engstrom deal. Sign the papers. Second and third's not equivalent to a first, so it'd take the 2. It would take at least the 2 second rounders to be interesting. The Predators, I think. Ask him to come to Igloolik, Nunavut. Is that where you are, Don? Off-Grid Gaming. Hi, Grant. Thanks for the podcast. Hype. Oh, yeah, there's a hype button. I still haven't seen that friggin' thing. Although, mind you, I don't watch podcasts on my phone, but apparently you can hype. You can hype a show. So hit like, hit subscribe, and like the show, folks. Geez, we almost had 1,000 on viewers on X. That's pretty crazy. Well, not sure what happened there. I just made the messages smaller. I didn't want that. They're already hard enough to read. Oh boy. Waybell. Wayner. Okay, we'll do this. There we go. Nice to see Monty have a good game. Hope this is start of both goalies getting hot. Yes, Wayne. I wish it was. I really do. They got to get rolling here, don't they? And here's this is a good point by Tom. They drafted Langway in the second after taking Napier at 10. Yeah, so I also don't like to. I know a lot of people like to just dwell on the first pick that a team makes, and you have to look at an entire draft. If you don't get anybody or 2 players that are decent, then it wasn't a good draft. But typically, yeah. Filterless Bear, thank you. Pacioretty should never have been named captain. No, but he was. No, I agree. I didn't agree with that. I don't know about Georges. I'd have named Gallagher captain at that point. That's who I wanted. He was young, but you knew he was all character. Gally would have been my choice as captain. But I agree with you. Patch wouldn't have been, but you know what? He was an ambassador. Like he was good with the media, a solid citizen. I don't have anything bad to say about Patch. yeah, he didn't take the team to the promised land, and he wasn't the hardest guy when he played with the Habs for his size. You always hoped that he was a little grittier, but I don't have too many complaints. It wasn't like he was a bad citizen. Um, you just Montreal kind of typically, if you look back at history, like Gainey, Savard, Carbonneau, they often pick the heart and soul kind of guys and not the top offensive player, right? And so it was a little surprising in that regard, but I think maybe at the time they thought, this would entice, just like with Matthews, I think, right? This would inspire Pacioretty to become more of a physical, competitive player, and it didn't necessarily work out that way. But I could sort of understand the reasoning behind it at the time, even if I didn't agree with Pacioretty being named the captain. And of course, again, in hindsight, yeah, you can say, see, I was right, but McDavid, yeah, well, we'll see. They just got to get, they just have to get, O'Reilly's worth more than a first. Definitely. Big time. I like that everybody presumes themselves DraftKings hindsight so easy. Yeah, I know. Am I worried that he's too slow for second line? Well, I don't want him on the second line. I want him on third line. I want 3 top-notch centers. That's how you win. 3 good lines. Doc, O'Reilly, Newhook, third line. Top 2 lines the way they are now. Championship. You like Calabogie, lad? I used to live in Calabogie. Lad? Nice town or village. Yeah. Okay, Wayne, we get it. Not Ryan O'Reilly. All right. You came on last time and you said same thing. We're obviously going to agree to disagree. We'll have to talk about it over bingo on New Year's Eve, buddy. Max was the captain because of a team vote. Apparently there was some controversy. People thought PK really won. Yeah. Well, that would have been a bigger mistake, making PK the captain, I think. PK missed 38 practices with the his time with the Canadiens. 38 he was late or missed. You want your captain to be late or miss 38 practices? Is that what kind of message does that send to people? Hey, got a new member. Ding ding ding. Donnie McCaskill. I think we're up into the 20s here now with YouTube members. Donnie, I'm going to thank you very much. And this goes for the other people. I didn't send you the friggin' your gifts yet. Sorry, I've been a little preoccupied, but I am going to, if you become a member of my YouTube channel, I give you a free pass to free membership to my Patreon. And I am going to be posting Papanicus video tomorrow. Just been crazy busy, but this is my, I just posted my email that you can contact me at, Don. Send me your email and I will also make you a member of my Patreon page. And that goes for anyone else. If you want to become a member of this YouTube channel, you'll get access to exclusive scouting videos that I put up on my Patreon page. Thank you, Don. I really appreciate the support. And the other guys there were a couple guys messaged me a couple days ago. I'll get on that, and I will send you I'll send you, and Pierre as well. I haven't done it yet, Pierre. I promise that. I'll send you guys a gift membership to my Patreon page. And thank you again, Don. I appreciate that. Could use a Mike McPhee type. Yeah, there aren't many teams aren't giving up too many of those types, eh? Coleman isn't Mike McPhee, but maybe somebody like that would be someone to consider from Calgary if they stay out of the playoff race. But I don't see too many guys, too many teams giving up a Mike McPhee type player. McPhee was all around. He could score goals, tough as nails, big, skate. Like Mike McPhee a lot. Hell of a player. Oh, filterless. I used to live in Greeley, nice little town. Yeah. I lived in Chesterville at one point. My first, I took journalism at Algonquin, and my first journalism job was the sports editor of the Chesterville Record. So that was just a hop, skip, and a jump from Greeley. Know the town well. Nashville now. Met O'Reilly at the rink watching my boys play against him. He is a great guy. Yeah. Scored a goal again the other night. You know, I don't put too much stock in his stats either, going down a bit, because Nashville is a tire fire right now. I mean, look at Stamkos' stats since he went there. I think O'Reilly would be invigorated coming to the Habs. Young team like that. Oh, here's one. Wouldn't mind seeing you break down. You know what? I'll do that. And because, and I'll put it on my Patreon page. That's a good idea, Michael. Thanks. I'll do that. Have you got a Patreon membership? I can't remember. But if not, send me an email, and we'll get you hooked up there, my friend. But yeah, I'll do. YouTube restricts NHL videos, but Patreon doesn't. So what I will do is break down Ryan O'Reilly's. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that, and I'll post it on my Patreon page. And yeah, that'll be good. No, he didn't do a lot with the Leafs, Wayne. He went there at the end of the year. They were a lost cause. This is a whole different team than the Leafs. There's no Austin Matthews, running the show. Country club atmosphere, completely different. And I would love him mentoring the young group here. Beyond, like, it's not just going to be about points with O'Reilly. He does so many. He kills penalties. He's tough as nails. They need that. They need the size. They don't just need the points. Again, I want him as a third line center. Bring him in at $4.5 million. That's not a high price tag. And they've got embarrassment of riches, of young riches, and they can afford to give away a late first round pick and the sixth defenseman on the depth chart on the left side. I really don't see that as being a lot to give up for a guy that could take them to, I think, to the Stanley Cup final this year. But hey, we're all entitled to agree to disagree. And hey, it's all good. Okay, Aaron became a member. Good stuff. Send me an email, guys. The 2 new members, and I'll give you a Patreon membership, and I'll get that Papanicus video. I did it. I just have to add some talk, and I'll do an O'Reilly one as well. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you coming on board as YouTube members, YouTube channel members. Riley in the pauses might most nights, even when the vet's outclassed, and that often is here. I hope they get him. Yeah, I really do. I think he's exactly what they need. But he had 13 points in 11 points in 13 games and 9 in 11 playoff games for the Leafs. There you go, Wayne. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Stick that in your gummy and eat it. That wasn't too bad, was it? And I talked to some Leaf fans the other day at the pubs at Chuck's Roadhouse, $4 beers, and they were saying, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault that. Oh, hey, Wiener liked that comment. Maybe other teams will start a bidding war for Engstrom's services. He will be coveted. Showcase showdown. Sounds good to me. Crosby, Horvat, O'Reilly. What's the cost difference for each? Well, the difference is that Horvat and Crosby aren't available, and O'Reilly is. So, let's just talk about the guys that you can actually get, and not the guys that aren't going to be up, because they won't be up. Wayne's softening the stance a little bit. Okay, you don't mind him, all right. Yeah, but I don't find it a big price, Wayne. They can afford to give up they've got Reinbacher coming, first-round pick. Zurofsky might as well have been a first-round pick, a top 10 pick. Page, first-round pick. These guys aren't even in the lineup yet. They've got Rookie of the Year Hudson. They've got rookie finalist probably Demidov, Kapanen. I can go on and on here with the young talent that the Canadiens have. Reinbacher is, I like Pickford more than Engstrom. Engstrom is about 11, probably. Well, maybe I don't like Pickford more, but it's close. It really is. They're both at around 10 on the depth chart on the Canadiens. You can afford to give up your 10th best defenseman in the system. And what I think, if they get O'Reilly and when the injuries get back, as long as the goaltending is okay, likely a 20 on draft pick. Remember all those years the Canadiens picked in the 20s, and none of the guys, oh no, you got to give up. Would you give up Mike McCarron to get Ryan O'Reilly or Nikita Sherbak? Would you give up Nathan Beaulieu, 17th overall pick? There's no guarantees that the draft pick is going to be, especially going to be a top 6 guy in the Canadiens lineup. I don't even think Page, who is a good pick, is going to be a top 6 guy in the Canadiens lineup down the road. So I don't consider first round pick and Engstrom to be a high price to pay for a guy that I think could, I'm not saying he will, but could take the Canadiens to the Cup final this year, because the East is wide open. I'm going to look at the standings here, and it's crazy how close it is. Is there a team that you say, oh, there's no way the Canadiens can beat them in the playoffs this year if you got Ryan O'Reilly and another piece? all the players back from injury? No, not for me. None. There's not one team in the East, especially with Florida got with Barkov. So why wait? Go for it now. That's my logic on it. Okay, the Devils have 33 points. Tampa 32. Carolina 32. They've all played 24 games. Washington 30. They played 25. The Habs have 29 points in 23 games. So basically the win percentage of the Habs, like, it's crazy. They are, even the Flyers, like, they're 2 points basically, out of first place. Well, 4, but a game in hand. So none of those teams are world beaters. They're all beatable. And Montreal's got the assets. They've got the young talent. They're the youngest team in the league. I say go for it. Carrier would be a good trade chip, but not sure if he's worth anything. Yeah. Like when Reinbacher's ready, right? Yeah, I agree with that. The Chip Chura era. Well, Chip Chura was a little before, but you know what? Kyle Chip Chura was actually a good pick, but they when he sliced his tendon there, he was never the same player. He could never skate. The year after he was picked, he was like second in the WHL in scoring, and he was looking really good. And then he had his friggin' Achilles tendon sliced, and his stride was shortened, and he was never, ever the same player again. And it was too bad. Oh, Drum Dude managed to type there after your indica there. Drum Dude. McPhee was great. Good old Cape Breton boy. There you go. Oh, I think we might have just got David Brown. Dave, we haven't heard too much from you. You come on live there. Thanks for the $5, by the way. You come on, you'll talk, but you won't type. Nice to hear from you, Dave. Haven't heard your opinion since you came on the podcast too much there. I really appreciate the donation, buddy. And we'll get you on again sometime. That was fun. That was fun to have you on. We need men, not boys. There you go. So Rylan O'Reilly. How much is Struble worth? Sure looks like a true NHL D-man again tonight. Yeah, wasn't he good? Strubes has been really solid. And it's not out of the realm of possibility that that's a guy being shopped. I mean, they've got a wealth of riches on the left, right? Left, right? Right, left? No, left. Right? He with like so much for no, we can't trade one of these guys because Matheson could be gone. Well, that's not happening now, right? Today he signed for 5 more years. So, and then when Reinbacher comes up, if Gouli is one of the top 3 left defensemen. So you got Matheson, Hudson, Gouli on the left. Like, that's what the projection is. Those 3 on the left, right? Dobson, Reinbacher on the right. And then whatever. Like Carrier for now on the right. There's your 6, you would think. So, like, there's no spot for Engstrom. I like Engstrom, but there's no spot for him. You look at the lineup, and Struble too, unless one of them switches to the right, and it would be more likely to be Engstrom. But even if that's the case, Engstrom 6. Engstrom, best case scenario for me, projecting down the road, is 6th, 7th defenseman. Is that expendable? Yeah, I think it is. Because is Adam Engstrom on the right going to be better than Bryce Pickford on the right in 3 years, or Konushkov? Hard to say. Maybe not. So he's expendable. I would be offering Adam Engstrom in a trade to get Ryan O'Reilly. And I would also, ideally for me, I'd offer the 2 second-round picks that they have. But if it's the first and you think the goaltending is straightened out and the Canadiens are going to make the playoffs and they won't be a top 20 pick, they've got 2 second-round picks, right? Just pick another Jarosky. Use the 2 second-round picks to move up, to target the guy you want, and get a guy that's first-round talent anyways. And I mean, there's no use. There's so many good young players in the lineup that there's no use of them. Just like last year, they had the same thinking. Well, let's trade our first-round picks because there's a damn good chance neither is going to be in the top, either the top 4 or the top 9 for the next 5 years. So let's trade them for Dobson. Well, I still, I think that they're still in that, they're still in that position with this year's first-round pick, especially having 2 second-round picks, just like they did last year. Was one of the reasons why they could trade the 2 first rounds, is because they had guys, they had multiple picks in the second, third round, and they moved up and they picked what they thought was a top 20 guy in Jarosky, and that's the way it's looking. So I trust this draft staff. They've gotten, they picked Lane Hudson in the 60s, and he should have been a top 5 pick. They don't need a first-round pick to strike gold. They picked Fowler, who, looks like he should have been a top 50 pick. They picked a few guys that look like they should have been, a lot higher picked than they were. So they've got the scouting staff. They have the 2 picks in the second round. The first round pick is, and again, I'm a draft junkie. Typically, I don't like to see draft picks traded, but if in a wide open East this year, left-handed center, size, grit, leadership, Conn Smythe winner, all of those things, I think it's a need, and I think they should go and get them and go for it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I'm having another drink. What are we up to here? 1:58. How much longer guys want to stay around here? Oh, geez. Dave, again, I really appreciate you contributing again, my friend. And hey, don't be shy. Habs are lucky with drafting second rounders. Are you sure you want to trade them? Yeah. Well, they're lucky drafting first rounders too, and they've also drafted some good third rounders. Fowler, Pickford, nice fourth rounders in Jack Eyes. So, yeah, Mooney. They can get him in any round, right? I like the scouting staff, and again, just numbers tell you alone. There's only so many spots, There, you can't ice a team with 30 players on the roster, and that's where it's getting to, that point where you just math alone tells you that picks that you're making, you make 3 picks in the top 60, you're lucky if one becomes either a top 9 player or a top 4 defenseman. with the way things are set up now in Montreal, with the under 25 core that they have, with the draft picks coming up. You know, so you use picked players and draft assets to get the piece that you think can help you compete right now. Does anyone miss bargain bin? No. Surprised you didn't call him bargain bin. Did you not think that that's your usual name, Wayne? Did you not think people would know who you meant? Yeah, well, that's a good point. But we hit the 2-hour mark here, right? Get a dog thing still gets me. Bergman did some good work at the end. I was trying to be polite in case he was watching. Yeah, good chance that Marky's not watching. Trevor might be, though. You never know. How about Hage, a first and a second for O'Reilly and Surin? Yeah. Oh, I'd do that deal. I wanted Surin. Surin was my guy. I had him ranked, I don't know, 14, 15. And I was really hoping that they'd pick Surin with that pick, but Hage was, I had him at 18, so it wasn't I didn't mind the Hage pick. But it's funny, somebody's saying, now you trade for him, right? Because the Habs could have drafted Surin instead of Hage. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do that, but why would Nashville do that, right? I mean, I don't think Hage is better than Surin. So first and second rounder for O'Reilly, they're looking for more than that. They're looking for a first and an A prospect, so doesn't make sense for O'Reilly for Nashville at this time. Don't forget there's other teams that would like Ryan O'Reilly too. And if you get him this time of year, you got to pay a little more because you get him for 60 games. Not like you're getting him at the trade deadline where you only get him for 15. So price a little higher right now than it would be at the trade deadline. So you got to factor that in too, because he's helping you get to the playoffs. He has more time to acclimatize, right? I think O'Reilly, this it's worth a little more because that 60 games that he gives you, mentoring, leadership wise, helping you get to the playoffs is valuable and adds a little more value to getting him. So and also this time of year, it's not like you're competing against there's all sorts of players available at the trade deadline, but right now there aren't. So that also ups his value some because I'm sure there's a bunch of teams that would like to get Ryan O'Reilly. So, it's basically 8 teams or whatever going after Ryan O'Reilly when there's no one else, no other options right now, or very few. So you got to factor that into why you maybe pay a little bit more now than you would at the trade deadline. But it probably pays off for you in the end. Oh, another one that listened to the game. I wasn't able to see the game, but listen, did Florian play as good? Yeah, I didn't find that Florian did a whole hell of a lot tonight, but hey, I didn't, when you're watching the whole game, you don't necessarily key on certain players, and um, I don't have my scouting hat on Montreal games as much. Like it's not like there's 5 players that I'm keying on, and I can get a really good report on them. So maybe I missed some stuff from Florian that that he did that uh, would have excited me, but I didn't find that he did a pile tonight. But mind you, he was on the fourth line instead of the third, you know. Um, so with Gallagher and Veleno, his first game with those guys, uh, you know, can you really expect a pile? Um, how to send tips? Well, I think that there's a dollar button at the bottom there somewhere, and I don't know. I have never sent tips, but maybe somebody could explain how you send tips. Mr. James, will the Habs be able to afford to sign any more defensemen long term? Have about 30 million and still have to sign Reinbacher when time comes. That should put them around 36 million. Yeah, 36 million is not a big deal. That's less than 40% of the cap. They've got an elite defense core and signed long term. So, but right, I don't think they have to pick up. Um, I don't think they have to pick up a another defenseman. I think they got to trade a young defenseman or whatever. So, like, yeah, no, um, I don't think there's an issue there. Don't forget they're getting uh, every year here. There's going to be ELC contracts coming in, like Fowler will be coming in. Um, you know, Reinbacher for now, Age down the road, Jarosky, whoever else. These guys are on ELCs, right? So they'll help balance out the cap. Um, that's another good thing about the Canadiens. They have all of these young players in the system that, and it's been the case the last 2 years, and it'll continue to be the case. I don't see them, and they're signing all. Hughes is signing all of these players under what their true value is. So, and with the cap going up each year over the next 2 or 3 years, I don't think the Canadiens are going to have cap issues. I really don't. I don't see it. Um, pretty well caught up here. Ain't it an advantage to trade your first unprotected this early in the? Yeah, there's well, that's true too. But how do you know it would be unprotected though? I think the Canadiens, like they'd be foolish to say, oh well, we'll give you our first unprotected with the standing so tight. You know, if things go south and they end up in the lottery and they end up winning the lottery, that'd look pretty silly then, right? You know, so I'm not saying trade your first round pick this time of year unprotected. And Nashville's got to realize that too, right? Adding a tough Russian would be nice to give Ivan a friend. Yeah, Well, you got to think that Bobrov, for whatever reasons, he's a bookworm, right? He gets all the info on these guys, and there's some reason why they didn't take Surin, and picked Hage instead. So I have a feeling that, and I mean, Bobrov has Gorton's ear, right? He's his right-hand man from New York, and has say in players that they pick up, other than just at the draft, I'm sure. So I wouldn't, I'd be surprised if they were willing to pay a high price to get Surin, and B, why would Barry Trotz likes tough players, like that they drafted him because they liked him, and with good reason. And I don't think Trotz wants to trade Surin. Surin's kind of a replacement for O'Reilly, really, in some ways. So do you trade both in one fell swoop? I can't see Trotz doing that. Freudian slip there. Mooney, Engstrom, and 2 second rounders for Riley. Yeah, I think they might do that. If they want an A prospect, and I think, Engstrom's maybe an A- prospect, damn close to an A. 2 seconds, and Mooney would equal a first, I think. So it's something like that might be enticing. Like, that's a good point too, that just because they want an A prospect and a first doesn't mean that you can't change it around a bit and make it a two prospects, an A and a B, and 2 seconds, something along those lines. So, yeah, that's good thinking, Jacques, and maybe something like that would entice them. I mean, how many 5'7" guys can you have in a lineup too, right? Like, there's a certain amount of thinking there that you can't have too many small players. And as skilled and as quick as LJ Mooney is there really a spot for him in Montreal down the road? They're damn good chance he's not going to be a top 6 forward. So is he going to be a bottom 6? Do you want a 5'7" guy in a bottom 6 role? From what I've seen of Mooney, he's not much of a checker. When he's got the puck on a stick, or when they have the puck, love him. He zooms into the offensive zone. He's dangerous. He's just so fast. But away from the puck, he's not nearly as fast. And he's certainly easy to, even at the college level, it's noticeable that he's easy to overpower at this point. He's not very good in his own zone. So will he even be an NHL player? Maybe not. But we'll see. $6.99. Don figured it out. That's a cool number. Thank you. Enjoy your perspective, passion, resilience with those watching, contributing. Until next time, Don, I really appreciate that. And send me an email, and I'll get you a subscription, a gift subscription to my Patreon page. Thank you so much, Don. I really appreciate that. How many people do we have here? We have 92 people still on YouTube. Wow, that's pretty good. I'll go a little ways longer there, guys. I have to eat a bit of supper be a late supper. Demi's come along just fine. He's so young. Give him time. Yep, that is true. I hear the Oilers are after him. Who's that? O'Reilly? I'm sure there's a few teams. You think the Canadiens might target a goalie? Well, might be the wrong night to ask that. I mean, both goalies look good their last two games, so maybe. But Binnington's he's shit the bed this year too, right? So I don't know. But like St. Louis, if St. Louis trades Binnington, then who's going to be their goalie? Like Armstrong's not. He's done a lot of rebuilding in the last 3-4 years. Got a lot of good young players. He wants to retool. I don't think he's not blowing it up to rebuild. So do you get rid of your goalie? I don't think so. Yeah, and Filterless Bear is, just echoing what I said. He's a Barry Trotz type of guy. I don't see Trotz trading him. The Oilers are god awful. Yeah. Binnington's also a bit of a yahoo too. And Montreal's got a really tight group there. Do you want to bring in Binnington into that? It might upset the dynamics. Pretty powerful personality, but not necessarily in a good way. So I don't know. I don't know if you go for Binnington. I wouldn't. And I don't think they'd be getting rid of him. Terry even says so. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant to no to Binnington, but yeah, that Terry even says that they're god awful. Wow. Yeah, but that can get turned around. They got to make a couple of moves. Frig. I mean, whenever you have McDavid and Draisaitl, it's just a matter of getting things straightened out, making a couple of deals, get things figured out. I mean, they've been to the finals 2 years in a row. They're still scary. I think they got to make a couple moves. Wolfie, Habs have 35 million locked up in at D. Ford and G count for 48 million, 83. Capwit will be 104. I give you 21 million to play with. They'll do Jack-Eye, Doc, and Blain RFA. Well, what about Anderson? That's UFA, right? And Galley, they'll be coming off the books soon enough. Not right away, but yeah. No, there's lots of room there. Line will be off the books. What are they going to do with Line? What's people's suggestions here? Line for Ryan O'Reilly? Yeah, that would work. Mooney would be a great trade. Yeah, trade bait for Buffalo. They love the little fellas. Yeah, frig. Buffalo. I don't know how you can draft a. I liked Hellenius, but what are you doing drafting another freaking player under 5'11", or at least under 6 feet anyway? He's listed at 5'11", and I mean, maybe in heels he's 5'11". Just over and over again, they picked them. Savoy, Rosen, Oslin. Kulich is only 6 foot. Quinn's only 6 foot. on and on. I mean, they traded away Savoy because I think they were, oh, wait a sec. Benson, love him, but he is 5'9.5". And then, oh, well, let's pick Hellenius too. Let's get another small guy. Yeah, I don't understand their logic. If I was Pagula, I would not be a happy man right now. And I don't know how the GM keeps his job there. I really don't. Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, I don't expect everybody to contribute. I understand completely. Don't feel guilty, Jacques, in any way, shape, or form by not contributing. Other people are picking up the slack in that regard, so no problem whatsoever with that. Believe me. Yeah, Galley. I don't know. Ideally, Galley, does a Savard and maybe retires at the end of his contract, and then you don't have to deal with that. I mean, I would feel a little bad about Galley playing on another team because, Frank, how many guys? There haven't been many guys, right? Like, I guess Price sort of, if you want to not count the trade, right? Played his entire career with the Habs, but not many have. What was it? Gainey was the last one before. Like, it's ridiculous how a team with such tradition of having guys play their entire careers, with the club up until the 70s, and then, things, the end of the 70s, and then things changed from the 80s on. I know the game changed and free agency and all that stuff, but you still like to see the odd guy play their entire career with the Canadiens. Markov, I guess, was the last one. Price, you could say, but even Markov, like, he went to the KHL, played for a couple of years, and I don't know that I even really count that because he left on poor terms. He wanted to resign and he didn't. So does that count as playing his entire career and goodwill with the Montreal Canadiens? No, right? So I'd like to see Galley play his entire career in Montreal, but will it happen? I don't know. Pickford, right-hand D, 24 points, 12 goals. Yeah, I know. I like Pickford a lot. He was a very nice pick. Yet another one-year contract. Well, hey, if he goes for the hometown discount, right? And it's fair. I could see him maybe signing a one-year deal, but where's his spot? Like, he's playing the fourth line now. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call. Plecky was quite close beside a few matches in Toronto. I know. Yeah. But they traded him to Toronto. That worked out okay, though. 2 apples for Hage tonight. Yeah, good stuff. Like to see it. I would pick Toyota, not pick Ford. Ooh. Good pun there, Steven. You're having a couple beers tonight, too, I think. That or the indica. I think he will retire next year, so I hope we win with him. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, folks, I think I'm running out of steam here. 2.5 hours in. Thank you as always for showing up here. We had 1,158 people on X tuning in. We're down to 74 on live here, but hey, we had a pile of people. Come for the and we'll do this again. We'll do this again tomorrow. Sound good? Where do you have to shovel snow, Stephen? Yeah, you best go do that. Okay, folks. We'll wrap it up here. Pickford +2 tonight. Team is losing 3-2. Pickford's a good player. I personally I'd invite him to the camp for the World Juniors, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I think he's right in that mix if it was up to me. Okay, all right, everybody. Thank you for the monetary contributions again. Thank you, Don. Thank you, David Brown, Big Tough Dave Brown. Aaron Amadeus, thanks for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. And of course, Donnie McCaskill became a new member and contributed $6.99. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Mark, as usual, with his contribution, steady, and Aaron Thomas, who used to do Habs Tonight with Dale Weiss, contributed $10. Mark contributed $5 twice. Crazy. And Tyler, of course, at Durden with $10 at the start. Mark again. Mark. And Tyler gave $5 right at the start. So $15 total from Tyler. So Jacques, don't feel bad. Lots of guys picked up the slack, as always. And I don't expect everybody to be, sending money, but any money at all is a bonus, and I appreciate it. And listen, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and for those that were here for 2.5 hours, crazy good. I really appreciate it. Okay, folks, 2 feet of snow in northern Ontario. Oh, they're getting the 3 feet. They're getting the polar vortex there, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I am a great way to spend an evening, Grant. Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you. Okay, everyone. Cheers. We're gonna wrap it up before it's 2.5 hours. That's basically another hockey game, isn't it? Okay. Very good. Thanks again, and have a great night. We'll see you all here after the big win against Colorado tomorrow night. All right. I don't know if I'm going to do a pregame. Probably. I'm a workaholic. All right, folks. Have a good night. Thank you. Cheers.